And then notch it out a little bit. Plus, if you make it a big one. Alright, so here we are at Lowe's getting our flooring for our camper. We already came here and got some samples. We had gotten this sample, and one of these weird samples, which, yeah. So we thought, oh, this would work perfectly next to our pickled oak. But this actually looks a lot better. It's called driftwood. So we're going to get, it's $1.19 square foot. We figured up roughly 32 square feet we need. We're just going to buy a whole carton. A whole carton is 60 square foot, and we can return it later. That's the nice thing about buying at Lowe's. All right, we're putting new flooring in. We're tired this vinyl and this carpet, which is disgusting. Already pulled it up, most of it, and it already has vinyl underneath here, so that's good because it's going to be the same height. The door is a little bit lower, so we might have to add a little bit of vinyl, or we might trim the door up a little bit. I'm not sure yet. As you can see, this tons of dirt, and this one wasn't even used that much. Alright, now it's time to take the toilet out. I already took it out once to change the seal, but I gotta do it again. It's not too hard, only 2 bolts. There's the toilet. Hope I don't have to go later. Alright, so now we're gonna I'm going to be cutting this trim off right here. As you can see, it's missing down here, so when they had put the carpet in, they must have taken it off. Why they didn't take it all off, I have no idea, but at least it'll match all along this side. This side here has it on there, and we're just going to leave that because it looks good all the way down and just put it up to it. Also, these screws looks like they go to the basement tub, so we'll just leave all those in there because we're going to be covering it up anyway. So here we go. You can help me out, Josie. We're scrubbing the floor with a little bit of Dawn, vinegar, and water to clean the residue off. Floor's clean, and I'm decided to scuff the floor with some sandpaper, sanding block. Just take the sheen off and make sure it's going to stay good. Doesn't take much, just go over it a little bit. You see it's taking stuff off. Okay, it's time to figure out the layout. Which edge we should start with, and if we have to cut a half strip or whatever works. Well, it's a little more complicated than it looks. So we're trying to figure out the best route, obviously. These cuts don't want like little tiny strips or anything. We have this door to worry about right here. So I think the best thing is to have a full piece like right here and right here. And we're going to have a smaller piece here, but I think it'll work. Just have to be careful cutting it. Well, we're going to lay it down right now. So here it goes. some marks right here, and if all goes right, it'll be right. I'm just going to lay it on the edge so it's not sticking, which is already really trying to stick right now. Looks about right. First one down. So I'm basically using this linoleum instead of drawing a whole chalk line. Hopefully it's in straight. It looks eyeballed straight over here to me, so that's what I'm going off of. This is the kill of the stick part. Like I did last time, I'll try to do the edge so it's not just flopping down. The ends lined up pretty good. I guess if there's a little gap, it'll look more like real hardwood. Okay. So one thing that I want to say is I don't know what the randomness of the patterns are, but usually you'll have the same tile every 8 to 10 or like that. So probably just glance and make sure they don't look the same. And then this one here, we're going to have to cut it obviously to length to fit here. We weren't sure at first, but it looks like it's going to work out side to side. Against this one, I was afraid it was going to have a tiny little sliver, but it looks like it's going to work out. So whenever you lay flooring like this, you always should do it staggered. Usually it's thirds. So like this piece here is going to go right here. These pieces are 36 inches long, so you're going to stagger it 12 inches. And then we're going to cut a short piece for that end. And that way you have to cut against that edge, which you're not going to see the cut. Because these edges are, you definitely want good, especially in the middle. Alright, I got lucky. It's lining up along the edge. Or maybe it's skill. Well, it's coming along pretty good. I got a row all the way to the front. 2 rows all the way to the front. And I've actually been cutting some of the short ones. We'll have to start cutting these now, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's coming along. Day 2. I probably could have done this yesterday, but I got a really late start. Down to all the cutting items and the bathroom, which will be just end cuts. Everything's stuck down good. I did have to peel a piece up that I didn't like, and it stuck really good when I peeled it up. So makes me feel like it's going to last a long time. Okay, here's the last piece. It's going to be right here on the side. I had to notch it out a little bit to make it look really good. Try to be really picky on this whole thing so it looks good, and also so it'll last a long time. We'll just peel this off and stick it in place. Most of the cuts I used a razor knife, and just make sure you keep changing out the blades because they will break. This stuff is pretty tough. All you gotta do is score it, and it snaps real easy. And sometimes I use a pair of really sharp scissors for some cuts, which helped a lot. You have to make sure you push it down that way and then kind of over, and then you can put the pressure on it. And there it is. Some people use a roller to roll it. I've just been pushing it really hard. Probably won't hurt if you had a roller to go ahead and do that, but it works really good. Well, we're going to talk about our flooring that we've done a year ago. See how it's held up and likes and dislikes. As we walk in, I like to show this bumper, which was one of our very first videos. It's held up very well. I never got it powder coated or anything. It's just the paint. So I'll probably get it powder coated in the next year or so. But it's been really good. And we have added these steps since then, which we'll do in a review on those later on. Well, we usually, when we're traveling, we have these rugs in here, which one's like a runner and just a, I don't know if it's a bath mat or what. Obviously, you can find those anywhere. But it's nice because it's pretty durable and easy to clean, and it just keeps your feet a little warmer, even though it's a basement model, it still gets cold. One thing I have noticed about this floor is that it contracts and expands greatly. Here where we live, we get down to like 30 degrees and up to probably 110, 115 inside the camper. Right now you can see it's got some pretty good size spots right here because it's contracted because it's cold out. When it gets warmer, it's like usually touching, and it has, when I first put it in, it started buckling a little bit because I had it too close. Some of the spots I've had to trim a little better. Like there's one right here, it was buckling up, so I had to trim a little more. So I did put it really close, so that's just something to think of. So right here is the hatch that you can see. Most people that have a hatch know about them. This one originally had trim around it, and we also had the carpet, obviously. But we chose not to put the trim on it just so it was cleaner and no bumps or anything like that. The other thing is this stuff will chip, as you can see right here. But it's just right here. It's just a little bit. It's not that bad. And we always have the carpet on anyway, so I think it's fine. As far as durability goes, it seems to hold up well. We don't take great care of it. It's just I think a plastic type, whatever material it is. We do have our dog water down here. It always gets spilled. I haven't seen any issues with that yet at all. Again, I think it's waterproof in the bathroom here. It's been fine. When you guys shower, we do have a bath mat, but it obviously gets wet too. I mean, I don't see any issues at all. So just to recap, I'm very pleased with this. It was relatively inexpensive, easy to put down. I left the original linoleum underneath it. It was just the trimming part's probably the hardest part, and it depends how picky you want to be. It's held up very well.